our Mother's Day weekend.
Yes.
So Mother's Day is Sunday. Be ready for that. It's 7 o'clock, and we're glad to be with you. Still going to have rain probably this weekend. And you know what's amazing? We've had rain that I thought was a lot of rain over the last week and a half. Hadn't even touched the drought in South Alabama. It's still severe drought. So you would think we got some relief, and it helped. Every drop helps, but we're still very, very, people I think are thinking, I mean, I came in today and there was water everywhere, right? You know, mud and water and the little, we are still under pretty heavy drought, so severe drought.
We had so much water on the front porch yesterday. A snapping turtle came up, and
Was it a snapping turtle or a box turtle?
no, it was a snapping turtle.
Was it really? It looked like a box turtle. Did it try to snap?
No, I even put a stick in front of its face.
You
and
did?
It didn't do anything.
Oh,
I think it was a box turtle.
what were you doing with the stick?
You know,
I was
he'll
gonna
bite
see
it.
how vicious he was, but he didn't. And
What?
I was doing all this barefoot, by the way.
Oh, so
think
you're really
that's-
playing with
I
fire.
really
That's-
think it was
yeah.
not a snapping turtle. I
It
think it was a. Bring your picture up. I want to look again because he looked very box turtle-y to me.
No,
I mean,
his-
she's walking out there barefoot with the stick.
Yeah,
Just-
I mean, you know, she taunts
That's
everything.
a snapping turtle. It is a snapping turtle.
Yeah, that is a snapping turtle.
He
and he
was-
did, but he was real sweet. He wasn't like trying to bite anything.
So
He does look kind of mean
It's a
there.
snapping
Whoa.
He looks like a dinosaur. We were on the other end of the porch. I looked down there because we like sitting on the porch, and I'm like, "Is that real?" I thought Bennett had put like a fake one out there just to mess with it.
Well,
A
you never
fake
know with
snapping
him.
turtle.
You never know.
Where, where, would,
wasn't
where would
moving.
where would you get a fake snapping
I
turtle?
don't know. He would figure it out though. I don't know, but I was like, "This isn't real." And then we went over there and it started blinking, and I was like, "No,
It's definitely real.
yeah." It was cute though. We finally got like a basket and put a garbage bag in it, and Miss Piper used the broom and
Got it in there?
swept it in the basket, and I just carried it to the woods. So,
You
That's
just dumped him
sweet.
out there.
yeah, he's right up there somewhere.
See, I'd have carried him right out in the middle of the highway just to, not just.
That would have hurt somebody's
I'd
car.
take him on I-65,
That's just so
guaranteed.
mean.
Well, these snapping turtle, they're scary.
They are scary.
They,
He was big though, so he's old.
he wasn't that
I
big.
don't
Is that what that means?
I don't know.
I don't think that's.
Did you ask?
Did you ask
How
him?
old are you?
I should have.
Those don't they live like 70 years or something?
I
like
know they
that?
can live for a very long time.
Yeah, that's why I never want one. I don't want a pet that's going to outlive me that far. That's just taunting me.
Well, you know, you get a tortoise and it lives like 100 and something years.
Yes.
Yeah,
They
I got a
get
buddy
big.
that has a tortoise, what's her name? Calls her Miss Fancy, I think. And he's had her for 40 years, and that tortoise, don't call it a turtle, he'll
Yeah.
jump all over you. That tortoise lives better than any of us in this room.
Yeah.
He built it. He has a pool, so he built this island right by the pool that is air conditioned, climate controlled. The tortoise stays in it, every day of the year, but it's climate controlled. She comes, Miss Fancy, or I think that it's not Miss Smith something. She comes out and he feeds her lettuce and stuff, and he takes her to things. She's now about this big and weighs about 50 pounds. Huge.
He has to get a wheelbarrow to take her places.
He has now, because he used to carry her around, and now there's
Yeah.
no carrying her around like that. You've got to have
Right.
something. But she's real, she's been his pet for 40 years, 30 years or something.
And he's still got another 40 years to go.
Yeah.
Still got 50 years to go, and he's my age, so that turtle's going to be laughing when he goes to his grave. Except I hope somebody takes care of it as good as he has.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of sad.
It is sad. Well, you think about it, like when we get cats and dogs, we pretty much know, unless you're my age, you're going to outlive the cat or dog or your
Right.
pet. But in the case of a parrot or a turtle, there's a good chance they're going to outlive you. And in the case of a parrot, it will laugh or can laugh at you when they're
Yeah.
gone,
Yep.
because they can. I had a parrot years ago that, when I married my first wife, she had the parrot, and it hated me. Mr. Birdie, they called him. And Mr. Birdie would act real sweet and taunt you into coming in there and trying to touch him or pet him. And then he'd bite you so hard it would drop blood. He was a
Oh.
yellow-crested Panama Amazon. And then when he bit you and it hurt so bad, he would literally laugh. He'd go, just like that. He loved to taunt, and he hated men. He loved my wife. He did. He was, this bird was, I guess they said he'd probably been mistreated really bad by handlers when they captured it, and they were obviously male.
And he thought you were one of them.
So he hated men. So I was kind of happy that when I wasn't happy to get divorced, but it was nice to divorce from Mr. Birdie.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he hated me.
Yeah.
So that was a good divorce part.
That would have been really nice. It was a good.
It was a positive thing.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of negatives, though, I got to tell you, I'm stung this morning, absolutely stung, because I got up this morning and spent $100 just before coming here this morning and only bought 3 things.
Gas.
I bought a snack cake, I bought
A monster.
a Monster, and I bought a tank of gas. And I spent $100.
All before 7:30.
All before 6.
Because
I came from Columbiana. Yeah, I mean, I went in there, and my car has a big tank. It's a Land Cruiser, a Toyota, but it's got this big old tank, and I had let it get down to just about empty. The light was on, so I sat there and watched this. And by the way, you're supposed to only put premium gas in them. No way am I going. I look at the price of premium, and I go, I'm sorry, you're not getting the good stuff today. And I put regular in it. I didn't even put the halfway. I put regular in it, and I watched that thing go. $10, $20, and when it hit, I remember when it hit $30. I looked down at the gallons.
Yeah.
And it was 6 gallons or something. Yeah. And I was going, oh my God, because I got a 23-gallon tank or something in that thing. It got up to, finally it popped off, and I was at like $80 something, almost 90. And I went in, I paid for it with a card. So I had already $90 debit. So I went in and got my drink and everything, and it cost me another like $7. So yeah.
You might as well make it 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I mean, by tax and everything else, it was $100.
Right.
I think we saw gas yesterday was $3.99.
Was it?
Yeah. That's crazy.
I don't know what I didn't. That's the thing is, I was so shocked. I mean, I knew I was about to be stung, so I didn't even look. I just said, gotta have it.
Just let it happen.
I gotta have it.
Right.
I mean, have to have gas. So, and this poor guy came up beside me. Here it is. It was like 5 something, 6 in the morning, I guess. And he pulls up beside me, on the other side. He gets out and he looks at it. And he looks at his car. He went in and paid for gas, I guess, because he came back out to fill it, put it in. I saw him. He was not there very long. He just kind of, and it clicked off. I mean, I think he probably put $10 in or something. When he finished, he took that handle and he went tap, 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 tap. He was going to get but I mean, he tapped for a while. It's like he was going to milk the hose, get 2 more drops out of it. And when he turned to put it in, I went, fun, isn't it? Or something like that. And he was, oh my God, it's killing me, and off he went. But that's the only thing right now. Everybody, it's hard right now and they're saying it could still go up a good bit more, over the next month or so. They're talking about going up another 40, 50 cents a gallon. Maybe. So they can't get this stuff with the Gulf of Hormuz and Iran settled. We're in for a tough spell for summer traveling and stuff,
Yeah.
And I've, my wife, she only puts premium in her car. She claims that it says that, so that's all she's going to put in it. So I used to always take her car and fill it up for her just to be nice as a husband. I don't do it now because I don't want to come back and tell her. She always asks, did you put premium in? And I'm not going to lie to her, so I don't want to come back and go, no, I put in regular. It's too expensive. Then have to get into her chastise me and throw things at me. So now she's got to fill it. She's up to, because I figure if she doesn't see it and feel it, it isn't real to her.
Yeah.
So see, by making her go fill up her tank for a couple of times, maybe she'll feel the sting of it and at least understand why I don't want to. The last time I put gas in it, I did go with the mid one, which is 50% the low end. Did you know that the middle one is, that's how it mixes? There's only two
no,
tanks
I
in the
didn't know
ground.
that.
Yeah, there's premium and regular in the ground. And that middle one is a mixture of them. A little bit of both.
Am I the only one that didn't know that?
I did not know that either.
Okay,
So
good.
you're not by yourself.
Good.
Don't worry about that.
Well, I didn't know
usually
it.
am. So.
Listen, I didn't know it either till all that. I only found that out when I was researching stuff about the cost.
You're trying to save some money a little bit.
Well, I was, because I figured, well, if I put the middle one in, I can still tell her I did not put it. You know, she, did you put in premium?
So halfway
I didn't
lie.
put the regular in, and she'll go, oh, she'll assume I put it in. And then if she hits me, then I got to, you know, if she tells,
Miss
you
Mary
did put
would
premium,
never.
didn't you? And I went, well, I put in the mid one.
She would never hit you.
Anyways,
Has Chrissy hit Mary?
I have.
No, you have?
Yeah.
And you're saying she'd never hit me?
No, she
Chrissy,
wouldn't.
Mary would hit Foreman or any of the, she'd hit anybody if she got mad at her.
That's why I love Miss Mary.
Yeah, she's a force with which to reckon.
She's my favorite.
Yeah, she's my favorite too, but whoo, I tell people, and I mean this fully, I love that woman to the bottom of my heart, but I'm also scared to death of her.
Good.
Yes, that's what she says, good.
Yeah, it keeps you on your toes.
Yeah. Oh, let's take a little break here at 7:12. It's in the 50s. It's going up. It's going to be really mild today, by the way. High today only going to be up about 74 or something, 72. So it's going to be very nice. Mother's Day weekend now, I got to tell you, it looks like we could have a good chance of rain both tomorrow and Sunday, especially Sunday night into Monday. So we could have a rainy, but it's scattered stuff. It's not going to be like we've had with the tornadoes in Mississippi yesterday and all that, not pounding stuff, but we could have scattered showers, but it still could be a great Mother's Day weekend. So be ready to enjoy. We got some history. By the way, do you know the history of Mother's Day?
No.
no, I
It's
do
very
not.
strange. We'll talk about that more when we come back right here at 7:12 on Piper Peach Radio's Morning Mayhem.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you. Whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss, Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
We are back. It is 7:15, 15 minutes after 7 o'clock on a mild Friday morning as we head into the weekend. Piper Peach Radio's Morning Mayhem. Thank you so much for watching and listening this morning. Hope you're having a good start to the day, and also it'll start to a Mother's Day weekend. Mother's Day is Sunday, of course. You know, Mother's Day was in America was started by a woman in West Virginia who her name was Jarvis. Last name was Jarvis, and she wanted to.
Jarvis.
That's her last name.
No, yeah, right.
What did I call him?
I think you
That's
called.
where I got. That's where I was thinking of Mother's Day. I called him Jarvis.
Well, I'm so glad I was able to help you with the memory.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Anyway, that's where I got. Because I said I told you before we went on the air.
Right.
I don't know why I called you that. I don't know a Jarvis.
So this
Yes,
is
I do.
There you go.
Jalen, not Jarvis.
Right.
No, I think he's got it. I can think he's got it.
Well, no, I don't know. I don't know if I got it. I may call you.
It's okay.
God knows I'm at my age now. I call everybody It's my brain. I can't remember. I called the cat this morning. It was getting in my way, and I told it to get out of the way. And I called it the name of my cat I had 20 years ago. So.
Jarvis, right?
Yeah,
You called
was
it Jarvis.
Jarvis,
He called it Jarvis.
Yeah, I had a cat Jarvis, dog Jarvis, my wife's Jarvis. Anyway, this Ms. Jarvis wanted to pay homage to her mother. So the original Mother's Day, which was started in the state of West Virginia, and West Virginia is the first state to ever have a Mother's Day, it was a state holiday for her mother specifically. And she designated a white carnation, which is, by the way, if you want the traditional Mother's Day flower, it's a white carnation. And it's neat. The reason they picked carnation is because the white shows the purity of love. Mm-hmm. Carnations, when they die, they don't drop their petals. They say the petals slowly curl into the heart of the flower as it dies. Mm-hmm. And that's representative of a mother when she's leaving this earth. She pulls her children and the love of her kids into her heart. So that was the symbolism. So, you know, a lot of people give roses and stuff.
Right.
But actually, traditionally, you ought to send a white carnation. Pretty neat. So anyway, West Virginia had the first Mother's Day, and then some other states started adopting a Mother's Day because the local people wanted one. Finally, Eleanor Roosevelt was one of the women. Theodore Roosevelt. Which Roosevelt was Eleanor? The one from World War II.
FDR.
FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Yeah, very good. Everybody called him Jarvis. FDR, of course, his wife Eleanor kind of made it the national holiday. So it's been a great national holiday. The one thing is, it became the holiday that Ms. Jarvis warned everybody it should never become, and that is commercial. And she died like in the 20s or 30s. Hating the fact that card companies and flower companies, florists, and all that, were making a fortune on Mother's Day, whereas that's another reason she picked the carnation. It was one of the cheapest flowers
to get.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of neat. So we've got Mother's Day coming up. It's like a $25 billion holiday now, which is exactly what they didn't want.
Yeah. So what do you think is a good gift for Mother's Day?
You know, I don't know. They say now that if you would ask your mother, most mothers would say just for the family to be together and maybe have a meal together. Maybe her not having to cook, someone else cook or go out to eat.
Go out to dinner,
something.
yes.
Yeah. And that's kind of neat. I think it all depends on what kind of mother you have and what she wants. I know, my mother passed away years ago, and I'm like Bear Bryant. I'd give anything to have 5 more minutes with my mother now. Just 5 minutes to see her, talk to her, and all that stuff. So I tell people he was smart. He said, he used to work for the phone company. He'd do the commercials for him and say, back when South Central Bell, or I guess it was Bell. No, it was South Central Bell and the Bell Company, and they had commercials back then, which is weird, just like AT&T and all of them do now for the cell phones. But he said, call your mother. And he would tell all of his players, when Bear Bryant was, such a hot coach and everything, he'd tell all his boys, call your mothers, call them every week. And then I remember in the commercial, he'd finish it with his and say, you know, it's important to stay in touch with your mothers, boys and girls. He said, I sure wish I could call my mother. And that would just, you know, especially now that my mother's been gone and, you know, you take them for granted when you got them.
Right.
So don't, you know, Mother's Day. I remember I used to, when I was a kid, Dad would take us, me and my sisters, to the grocery store, the drugstore. He'd let us buy something stupid for Mother. You know, we'd buy her a candy bar, or, you know, or a flower.
Something simple like
Yeah,
that.
but it was usually something stupid too, because it was usually something we kind of wanted.
Oh, okay.
You know.
But at least you know, it's the feeling.
Yeah,
Or,
and we
you
get
know,
a
towards
card.
that.
But now, you know, it's one of those things that you don't always realize. You take your moms for granted so much when they're here that you need to remember that. But because when they're gone, there's no going back. There's no reconnecting.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, have a good Mother's Day. It's a good one.
Do something nice for them.
What you going to do for your Mother's Day?
Ooh, probably go out to eat somewhere. Her choice, of course. So.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And that's
I would hope so.
Okay, well. Yeah, either that, get some flowers.
Yeah,
So.
that's good. Get white carnations this year.
There we
Tell
go.
her the history,
And now
so
I
it
know
doesn't
that.
look like a cheap seat. It'll have meaning. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, I think a lot of people want to give roses or something because it looks more expensive.
Right.
But the fact is, the carnation, that's a beautiful sentiment about it folding in and holding.
It has a story
its
to it.
children. Yeah, it has a, and it is the official
Flower.
flower of Mother's Day. So, what are you gonna do Mother's Day?
Oh, we put you on the spot. You don't know, do you?
Well, I get to save money this Mother's Day because my mom passed away last year. So
I know, I knew that. Yeah, but I mean, but you, what about you? You gonna do anything for Mother's Day?
I'm not a mother.
Well, it doesn't matter. You know, all women, it's a lot of women celebrate. My sisters, none of them had children, and they still believe in Mother's Day. They still want to have their day. It's kind of a woman, I guess it is Mother's Day, but it
Right.
also seems kind of like Women's Day or something.
Yeah, you can go to your
Yeah.
favorite restaurant, wherever that may be. Just
Yeah,
go
I
to it.
know. I'll just like
Do you have a cat or a dog?
yeah. I have
Well, then
a
you're a
dog.
mother.
Yes,
You know what?
I'm a dog mom.
That is fair.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
just took him to the vet.
Yeah.
So-
You're also a surrogate mother for a stupid turtle.
He showed up just for me.
He did.
Well,
He
you
came-
try
that
to
was
hit
your
him with the
Mother's Day.
stick.
No, I didn't hit him.
What'd you do? He just like waved a wand at him?
I
or?
put the stick in front of him and used the broom to scoot it closer because I didn't want to get that
He
close.
didn't
Closer
snap at,
to
he
you?
didn't snap at
Like,
anything.
No.
He was an easygoing snapper.
Yeah, he definitely was.
That or he was almost dead.
Blair
Oh.
just threw some water on him, and it's like he came alive again. So I don't know.
He might have been hungry.
Well, we didn't have nothing to feed him. We didn't have no strawberries or nothing.
What do they eat? Do they eat
My
fruit?
dad said they eat like a bunch
Leaves?
of
Oh, no, no.
underwater stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's a snapping turtle.
Right.
So like minnows and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know turtles eat like
Lettuce and greenery and all that.
strawberries, flowers, things like that.
Well, snapping turtles, they can eat like small mammals like rabbits and stuff
Really?
like that.
No way. They
We
can,
should have got the
How do they
squirrel out of
catch
the
'em?
I have
sea.
no idea. I have no idea.
maybe they're not that slow after all.
He was pretty fast, and Blair said his neck was like this long.
Yeah, they can really reach out.
Right. That's
Yeah.
why
They
can
you don't
reach
want
out
to
and
get.
touch
You
someone.
know what? I know I joke about it, but I'm glad you had a stick
Yeah.
to
My
protect
dad
yourself
was
from.
like, just pick him up by his tail, and I'm like, no. But he's like, just put him in your trunk, drive out to the country, and let him go. I was like, I'm not picking him up.
Can you pick them up out there? I guess you can.
And then he was
Because they can't bend around. They got that shell that's not like they
Yeah.
can bend
I
around.
know you
A
can-
snake can come around and bite you.
Right.
You got to keep slinging them so that the centrifugal force keeps their heads away from
Oh,
you.
so you're a cowboy now.
Well, I'm a snake cowboy.
Oh, you're a snake wrangler.
I'm a snake wrangler.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeehaw. All right, let's take a break. It's 7:24, 24 minutes after 7. We'll be back with more right here on Piper Peach Radio's Morning Mayhem. Stay with us.
Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
The plans you have for your property need the right equipment. Kubota has reliable tractors, utility vehicles, and mowers to help you make the most of your land, along with strong dealer support. Stop by today to explore our lineup. Right now, bring home select Kubota BX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $1,500. Now through February 28th, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Get by Clanton Tractor today or visit ClantonTractor.com.
We are back on this Friday morning. Hey, we're glad to be with you. Thank you again for listening and watching Piper Peach Radio and Morning Mayhem. We're glad to be with you. It's 7:28, almost 7:30, and it's pretty mild outside. Going to be mild all weekend, so it could be rainy. Mother's Day weekend.
It was a little cool this morning.
It was cool. I got up this morning. I was cold.
Yeah.
In my room.
So, do you keep your house at like 72, 73 degrees?
All right.
Oh, God.
Here's my wife and I have a wonderful relationship, a great marriage, except
It's about to turn right here. Just wait.
yeah, except when it comes to the thermostat. We don't fight over money. We don't fight over anything like that. But that dang thermostat is our war zone because she likes a house somewhere around, I don't know, 300-400 degrees. And I like the house at 10 below.
Yeah.
I like a cool house. I like to sleep in a cool room.
Yeah, me too.
She wants a toasty warm house. Yeah, so there you go.
You
Does
can't
that
find
answer-
you can't find a middle ground.
No, there is no middle ground
Not
because
70?
if she's comfortable, then I'm really uncomfortable.
Right.
If I'm comfortable, she's really
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. And if we try to meet in the middle, we are both uncomfortable because it's still too cool for her and still too warm for me, but it's reasonable.
You need to
Right.
get her like a Snuggie or something.
I have bought that woman so many electric blankets, so many throws, so many heavy. I even one time bought her one of those like one-piece snow suits that you wear if you're in 20 below zero and you're riding snowmobiles, and you just zip. You can't, you could immerse yourself in 30-degree water and you'd be fine.
Right.
But that's too much trouble to get in out to go to the bathroom or whatever, so she won't wear that. And that thing was expensive.
I bet it was. What do you do? Like whenever it's really toasty in your house, what do you
Well,
do to
here's
keep
the
yourself
deal.
cold?
When it's hot,
Right.
you can get naked and
it's
still be hot.
Right.
When you're cold, you can layer your butt up and end up being comfortable.
Right.
So I say, err on my side. She can always get more clothes and more blankets, and she can stay comfy. If the house is 103 degrees, I can be there with a fan and nothing on, and I'm still burning up and sweating.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You can only get so cool by just not being layered. I mean,
No, I agree.
yes, shorts and a t-shirt, you're still sweating. So I stand on moral grounds there. I believe that the fairness is to keep the house as cool as possible, because you can always fix getting warm. You can't fix getting cool if the house is hot.
And she's not about that.
No, that's Mary. No, it's going to be her way. I mean, I do all kind of things. We do have a split system. So, one part of the house has one air conditioning and heating system. The other part of the house has another one. So what I do is I try to figure out what part of the house she's spending her time in. She can keep that as warm as she wants. And then I turn the air conditioner on where I am. The problem is she believes when she comes into my part of the house,
She can change it.
Yeah, she's not going to be.
And you have to just
she'll
deal
come
with
in,
it.
I'm freezing in here. What are you doing? Flames. She actually had we got a gas logs, in the fireplace, and they're very expensive to run. Gas logs burn a lot of gas, and so you burn those gas logs for a couple hours, and you can just see your next gas bill shows it. Well, I think she had the gas logs on. This is May. I know she had them on in April a couple of times.
Yeah.
And this is spring. This is summer almost. And she's got and I think I wouldn't put it past her that those gas logs have been turned on before in June or July, or because she believes the house is freezing when it gets down to that really frigid 75 degrees. That to her is frigid.
I'm glad I didn't go in your house that day.
Well, here's the deal. I think I may invest in a room window air conditioner. And I might I have a building that I'm working out. I'm going to try to build this side building I've got. It's next to the garage. It was a workshop.
Yep.
And so I'm gutting it and going to turn it into, believe it or not, a lounge. I'm turning it into a cigar bourbon lounge. And by golly, it's going to have an air conditioning system in there that you could hang meat.
Yeah.
We could actually start selling produce and meat.
It's going to be nice.
It's going to be really cold.
Especially when it's 100 degrees outside.
Right.
And you're just going to live there.
And I can stay there because it's not even connected to the house. It's out beside the house. So it doesn't have any effect on the house. It's hooked to the garage.
Right.
And I'm going to have a comfy sofa or something in there and a bathroom. So yeah, I can live there. Yeah. Mary can come visit when she can come put on snow clothes and heavy jackets and snow boots and Uggs and come visit me.
I got to tell you, that is an amazing idea. And you can and if that doesn't work, of course we're going into summer, but in winter, you can just sleep outside.
Yeah.
Well, I've done that, but I actually have gone out on the porch just to get cool enough. I really have. I've gone out in the middle of winter, sat on my front porch, just basking in the coolness of the 20-degree air.
And your wife is inside.
Oh yeah,
snuggled up.
Yeah, and tells me to shut the door really quickly when I go out because I'm letting hot air out.
That's like when you go over to your grandparents for Christmas or something, and it's like
110 degrees in their house.
Inside with everybody in there.
Well, then they don't know it. They think it's comfy.
Yeah.
My dad did, I don't know what's happening with me. My father, when he lived to be 93, and we'd go visit him, and he had always been like me. He'd been kind of normal, or if anything, he kind of liked things
a little cool.
For a guy, that's kind of normal guy.
Right.
Normal women, cold-natured. Normal guy, hot-natured.
Right.
It's just kind of the way, I guess it's our metabolism. I don't know. My dad always was normal. And when he got into his late 70s, and 80s, he turned into that old grandpa thing. And we go to visit him, and his house would be toasting, just hot. I'd say, Dad, my God, man, it's hot in here. And he'd be kind of, he's like, well, I'm kind of cold, So I guess when you get that much older,
your overall body temperature goes down a little bit.
See, mine hadn't happened to me yet.
Well, just wait.
But I was gonna, I don't have to wait long, not at my age. But it's funny. It is. You could really see that difference in him, and he became the old guy with the hot house, And my wife, she's already the woman with the hot house, so I don't know what I'm gonna do.
No, thank you. I'll pass on
Join
that.
her. That's the only way to do it.
Well, and the thing is, it's with Mother's Day. I can't complain or anything. It's her day, her weekend. So I'm gonna, be sweating for the next 3 days.
Do y'all do the same thing at the lake house too?
She tries to, yeah, but at least at the lake house, I can go out. We have a big covered deck out there,
right?
And even if it's raining or whatever, I can go out there and be
good.
pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now in the summer, we go opposite, because when it's really hot outside and humid, she can go out there and I can stay inside with the air conditioner set on 60.
Yeah.
Oh wow, 60.
Well, no, but I have put it down on like 62 before, because it's a trailer on the lake, and if we hadn't been there in a while, that thing gets pretty hot because I don't run it while we're not there.
Yeah.
So I'll turn it down to like sub-zero till I can get it to drop as quick as possible, then set it. But yeah, I've had that thing cranked up
That's
in the
nice.
summertime.
Yeah.
I just can't stand. And when I was a kid, or even like in college, younger, heat didn't bother me that bad. I mean, you could be hot and say, "Oh, I'm sweating," but it didn't hurt you. It didn't seem terrible. Now I'm miserable if it's hot. Just miserable. It's like, ugh, I can't. No energy. Just don't want to do anything.
Is it safe to say that summer is not your ideal season?
Sad to say that summer's not my. Neither is winter, really, because I like it mid-range either way.
So fall?
I also don't want to freeze to death. Now, I
Right.
like cool, but I don't like cold.
Right.
And boy, my bones now, when it's really, of course, we've been lucky because we didn't have much winter this year.
Right.
We're lucky. But when it's really cold, my legs stop working. Just completely.
They just stop.
They just stop working. I've got a autoimmune disorder that took my legs years ago. It's called CIDP. And what it does is your body attacks your own myelin sheath of your nerves in your legs. So my legs don't work well anyway. But when it gets cold, I look like the Tin Man that hadn't been oiled. I can barely walk. It's scary, kind of.
Right.
But so cold weather, and I was at the lake this last winter, and well, it wasn't winter; it was in the fall. But it was a chilly, really cool, breezy day. And of all people, I'm out there down by the water doing something in the yard, and Mike Royer, the guy from TV, he comes flying up on a Sea-Doo and comes over and talk. We've been friends 30 years, 40 years. We're talking, and I stood there so long with the wind blowing that my legs stopped working. So I'm standing there fine, and he goes, "All right, well, I'll see you." And he gets ready to drive off, and I turned to step, and down I went like a tree. I mean, no bending, no crumpling. It's just timber, boom. Didn't hurt. I'm on the grass.
Right.
But, it's so embarrassing.
Oh, I bet.
And he had to whip around and come back, get out of the.
Came back.
Oh, yeah, he's a good friend. And he helped me up, but you're so embarrassed,
Right.
When you're young and you fall, everybody laughs and points, and you go, when you're old and fall, everybody goes, "Ooh," and runs to see if you broke a hip, and it's embarrassing. So
Either way.
it is, but when you're young, you don't care.
Right.
You know? When you trip, you go back and look and see what you tripped over, even though there's nothing there.
Did I tell you when me and Baden went to Walmart? You don't know this, but we went to Walmart, and I was just walking. He's walking so fast, and I fall in the middle of Walmart.
In the middle of the aisle?
Did you really?
Yes, and Baden just keeps on going.
Did he even look like,
He didn't even help you up or nothing?
No, he looked at me while I was on the ground.
he was like, "Hey, get up." And he just kept walking.
Yeah.
Well,
I was like, thanks.
you know what you need to do? Trip him up sometime, and then just point and laugh.
Yesterday, I'm pretty sure he sprayed a fart spray in the building.
He did.
I'm pretty sure.
It may not have been spray.
No, it.
Oh,
It might have been baby
No,
it may have been actual.
I think it was.
spray.
Let's hope it was artificial.
Either way is not pleasant.
Yeah,
No.
I wouldn't want to be around that
No.
anyway.
Like a dead possum. So.
Well, yeah, that may be Baden. He is bad to pull. He loves pull. Baden is a prankster.
Yes.
He is a prankster. He likes pulling pranks.
And
Right.
karma is coming back
I think it will.
harder than he ever.
Yeah, I think it will. I think it will.
We'll just have to see.
Yeah.
Have to find
You'll
out.
have to help me while you're here for
Prank,
the
get him
summer.
back.
Yeah.
It is 7:41, 19 away from 8 o'clock. So, Jalen, you just got out of Sneed.
Yes, sir.
Now you're going to the University of Alabama. Roll Tide.
There you go.
And you're going to major, same thing I did, in communication.
Look at us. We have so much in common, do we?
Do what now?
We have so much in common.
Well, I don't know. When I
Oh,
when I
well,
graduated,
yeah. Wow.
we were studying Marconi. I mean, I graduated way before you were born, and so I don't know that you're learning. I didn't learn anything that you're going to learn. You've got so much more stuff, and
Right.
so much neat stuff. Whereas the same thing I learned in the 70s was the same exact thing they were teaching in the 40s. There was almost, if you think about broadcasting, there was almost no change from the 20s until about the 80s, late 70s, because everything was exactly the same. When I
Right.
started working in a radio station, I played albums and 45s, vinyl records, on the air live. It's all we had for music. You had to change a record every 2.5, 3 minutes, and all that. Everything was live. There was no taping. If you ran a commercial, most of the time it was on a reel-to-reel tape. So before you went to a break, while you were playing songs, you had to thread up a commercial off a reel, find it and cue it up, and do that on 2 or 3. So when you played a commercial, it was running, and when it finished, you had to start the next one, rewind that.
Oh, wow,
timing.
manually.
It was crazy. Oh yeah,
Oh,
there was
man.
no automatic anything. You had to take meter readings for the transmitter. By law, you were required to take meter readings every 2 hours. You had to take a test called the third class radio telephone operator's permit with broadcast endorsement. And you had to actually take a test with the federal government in elements 1, 2, and 9, or you couldn't be on the air at a radio station permanently, full time.
Wow.
And you had to hang it in the radio station, and the engineer had to sign it. And I've still got mine from 1972 or 72, with all the stations that I worked at for years and the engineer's signature, because you had to move. If you got fired or
Right.
quit, you had to take it with you to your next job.
And now they know you are legit.
Well, I don't know about that. That's old school. But now we didn't have anything. We didn't have anything automatic. No, there were no computers. When I started, computers didn't exist except some of these big old IBM things like they used at NASA with the reels, and they were horrible. You know, there's more computing power in my cell phone and my personal phone
in your hand, you know.
than all of NASA had in the United States. Then it's astounding. You're learning things though that are so different, and some of it is so wonderful. Back in the day when I started, if you wanted to edit music or edit talk or edit anything, it was with a razor blade, a wax pencil, and audio tape. And what you would do is you'd run, like if you wanted to edit a word out or something, you found it, you marked the tape with a wax pencil on the head you found it on the head of the reel to reel, pulled it off, put it in a little, what they call an editing block, cut it at a 45-degree angle, moved to the next part where you wanted the word out, mark that, and then put the two ends back together and took a little piece of magnetic tape and taped it back together.
That's crazy.
Good.
That's the way you edited when you even had to play a winner back.
Right.
You would record on a reel-to-reel the caller saying, "Hey, you're the 9th caller," and they go, "Oh, what that mean?" You say, "You won so and so." "Oh, what's your favorite radio station?" Whatever your station was. You'd say, "Okay, thanks." You'd hit a commercial. You'd immediately rewind the tape. If you had to edit it, you pulled it off and did all that, and you had to play it back a minute later. You had to do all that in a minute.
We're so spoiled now.
Yes, we are.
I
It's
wouldn't
so
give up
easy.
digital auditing now for that. Everybody talks about, oh, I like I did like playing records. I did like tube stuff because it sounded warmer. Da 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 da. Not digital editing. I wouldn't give that up if you stuck a gun to my head.
It does make a lot of the aspects easier.
It makes it's unbelievable.
Right.
You can do something literally in 15 seconds that used to take 3 minutes to an hour.
Right.
I mean, really. And then you can manipulate stuff digitally now. You never could. You can EQ it. You can speed it up. You can slow it down, but keep the pitch the same. You can do so much that you couldn't do then. Mm-hmm. We used to, if we needed to speed something up, we would actually take the pinch roller on a reel-to-reel and put some tape around it to make it fatter, so it would have a different diameter. Then you record on that, then take it off, and it would be sped up because we'd be running it back at a different. But of course, the pitch went up. That's that's the way they did the Chipmunks with the old Chipmunks.
And nowadays we have a lot of versatility with the new technology.
Amazing versatility, and different quality controls and effects. It's just that is amazing from my old days. I do miss some of this. I miss so much of radio and TV being live, actually live, like we're doing right now. I mean, when we talk now, you're seeing it live. So much of broadcast now is not live. Mm-hmm. Radio, I don't care, any terrestrial radio station, my old station, 102.5 The Bull in Birmingham, WZZK 104.7 in Birmingham, almost nobody's live. It's all the guy that does middays, pre-tape that show that morning before the show, and he's in St. Louis. The afternoon guy is in San Antonio, and he taped it that morning before it airs. Everything's done ahead of time now, just about. It's just the way of the world. You also used to have live disc jockeys at every radio station. Now most radio stations have 0 live people on the air. You go in the station, the board is still there. You can see the little lights bouncing. You can hear people talking. They ain't there. Right. They're somewhere else.
That's crazy.
It's sad because that's the beauty of this radio station that Baton's trying to do here, which is so amazing, is to keep a local station that is trying its best to stay in touch with the community, do things for the community, not do things to make money all over the country. And, when you talk about these big companies like iHeart and Cumulus and all these, Summit, Town Square, they're worried about money. They're not worried about their market. They're not worried about local. They're not worried about disasters, charity, what's going on in the community. They're worried about that bottom line. And they don't send people out to cover things because it costs too much. Right. They don't care about covering local things because it doesn't make them money. That's free. Letting a charity come in and talk about an event, they don't make any money doing that. They're not paying you for that. Yeah. So they just say, no, we ain't doing that. We'll just play 2 more commercials. And so it's really sad because this station's still trying to cover, all the communities here in Chilton County, from Thorsby to Billingsley, all of them. And Chilton County has Clanton and so many other great little communities, but they don't have any coverage. So we're trying to do that. That's why we go to softball games, baseball games, football games. We go to city council meetings. We cover charities, charity events. It's all to try to make the community tighter, better, higher quality.
That's one of my favorite parts of this job is just going to all the different events. Yeah. And taking pictures, talking to people. It's just fun. Yeah, and
like Jalen, you're primarily wanting sports. Mm-hmm. You love sports. That is also getting to be so homogenized because very few, the TV stations will still do a good bit of sports coverage, but they don't do a lot of the stuff like they used to. Like, they used to be sidelines on Fox 6 where they sent reporters to almost every major game in the region, including flying them there in helicopters and stuff so they could cover one game and then fly to another game.
To cover the next one.
The cost has just gotten that prohibitive. And they still do it, but they don't do it at the level they used to.
They used to, yes, sir.
And, you used to have, especially in TV stations, but radio stations too. I worked for some radio stations that had 3 and 4 sports guys on the staff. 3 and 4 sports guys. Usually one main sports guy, and he had like 2 or 3 part-timers that would go cover things and help him. Now you're lucky if you got one sports guy. And television's the same way. They used to send the sports guy out with a cameraman and a producer. And now the sports guy goes out by himself with a camera and has to set up, shoot, and do everything himself, including his talking head, where he has to lock the camera down and go around and get in front of it and do his stand-up. So it's really getting tough now to get really good quality local stuff. But the pendulum, I think, is going to swing back. So your timing's probably pretty good, because by the time you get out of college, you'll have had some good experience, and they're hopefully going to be rebuilding those community efforts so you can get a good job doing what you love doing.
How
That's
long
the goal.
will you be in Alabama for? Or like at Alabama?
2 years?
2 years.
That's not bad.
So 2028 is.
Yeah, you go in as a junior.
That's not bad.
Now, I did the same thing. I went to Marion Military Institute for my first 2 years of college. So I went to Alabama, but I found out I'd gone from a strict military academy to Alabama in the 70s, early 70s. I found out there's college and there's party. And I thought, I'll put the college a little bit over on the side. We're going to major in party. And boy, I ended up going to Alabama for a good another 3 years plus summers, because I had to catch back up
That was
after
an
I.
expensive party.
You had to catch up on your parties.
I did. I caught up on them really good. But you know what? I was lucky because I was actually working at a local radio station the whole time those last years. I was working at ACT, WACT, which by the way stood for Alabama Crimson Tide, ACT. Anyway, it was great experience, and it was real experience because my college experience wasn't very real. And so it was the best thing you can do if you're in college, try to get a job at one of the local radio stations. And Tuscaloosa used to have a good number of them, once again, because of the way radio is now. For instance, iHeartMedia used to have 4 radio stations, ACT, not the Bear, but anyway, there was like 4 of them. There's no one there now. All syndicated. I went by, sadly, by the old radio station last year, and there's no one in the building. Not one. It's locked. You look in the windows, not a soul in there, because it's all syndicated now. And it's all being run out of Birmingham. So they got one salesperson in Birmingham that goes and calls on people in Tuscaloosa. But now there's Town Square is a company that has radio stations down there, and they've got Stephen DC on in the mornings on their station. I think it's the Bear, and they're live and local. And that Steve guy's really smart, really funny. So that you've got some, and you've still got a buddy of mine that, we were talking about Ted McCreelis, a friend that from Albertville, from QSB. I've got another college friend of ours we were both friends with, and his name has just escaped me. But he owns some radio stations in Tuscaloosa.
Oh, wow.
And they still do live and local. So they're hanging on. So you'll have chances to get some side work. Of course, I also worked at Taco Casa, which was one of my favorite jobs I've ever had. Ooh, that was good.
Would you sneak in a couple food in there?
Did I ever? And the taco, I was the first ever full-time employee of the first ever Taco Casa, because a friend of mine started the business.
Oh, wow,
and,
okay.
He needed help when he first opened, and so me and my roommate helped him, and I stayed with him for 2 years. And that's some of the best Mexican food, fast food there is on earth, is Taco Casa out of Tuscaloosa. And there's one in Birmingham on West Lakeshore.
Well, you could also, help you out with the advertisement. You go to your parties, bring out some tacos.
Oh, well, let me tell you, I used to have to go work lunch at Taco Casa, then go to a class at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd walk in the door straight from working lunch at Taco Casa, and everybody go, "My God, you smell like tacos." I reeked of tacos.
I bet you would.
I was cooking and doing stuff, so, oh my God. I think I drove them crazy. And then there were guys that said, "I didn't get lunch. I'm starving to death now." Yeah. And sometimes I'd come in for the class, I'd just bring in sopapillas. They They have in little bags, little fried sopapillas. I'd bring in, just throw them to the class, that kind of stuff. It was fun.
You were the favorite.
Do what?
You were the favorite.
I was.
Well, he was a
I
favorite.
either
He was a
or
favorite
they
because he
hated
fed
me.
Yeah.
people.
They either
That's
loved
why.
me or they hated me. If they were hungry and didn't have anything to eat, they hated me because I smelled like tacos.
Yeah.
Right.
But if I brought something, I was popular.
It's a love-hate relationship.
It was. And it's sad that the only way I could make friends was to bring food.
You'll be okay.
Yeah, well,
You live.
it turned out well.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I ate at Taco Casa. What's today? Friday, Wednesday.
Was it good?
It was so good.
Did you
I had
feel
a,
young again?
oh, I always do. I do. I walk in, and they have. I always get about the same thing: Sancho extra hot, and taco burger extra hot. Sometimes a taco, sometimes an enchilada. I move around a little bit. But it brings back such vivid memories of like 1970. They were just opened. Last year was their 50th anniversary, and I was their first employee. So I started working there 50 years ago last year.
That's crazy.
And they called me down to Rod, the guy that owns it. I went to Tuscaloosa for their 50th anniversary, and I got to speak and talk about my experience there and stuff. It was great.
It's awesome.
But
That's so sweet.
I wish they had more of them around. He just has them. He's got like 8 of them in Tuscaloosa and 1 in Birmingham. And
That's probably enough for right now for him.
well, he did have 1 in Auburn. He had 1 in other, but he had trouble keeping the quality up because they were far out of town.
Yeah.
And you got to find somebody you can trust. The guys that started the one in Birmingham were childhood neighbors of his, and he trusted, and they've done a great job. And one of them passed away from cancer, but they've done a great job of keeping that, just like the ones in Tuscaloosa. But Tuscaloosa, love it. All right, 7:57, 3 minutes now before 8 o'clock, and now I'm dying for a Sancho and a taco,
You
Mexican
did it to
food.
yourself.
Yes, I'm hungry. And there's nothing better than tacos for breakfast. It is 7:57, 3 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you. Whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss, Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
The plans you have for your property need the right equipment. Kubota has reliable tractors, utility vehicles, and mowers to help you make the most of your land, along with strong dealer support. Stop by today to explore our lineup. Right now, bring home select Kubota BX Series with 0% financing available, or save up to $1,500. Now through February 28th, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Get by Clanton Tractor today or visit ClantonTractor.com.
Expose him.
Okay, we are back. It's 8:04. I'm in so much trouble. My wife is up and has been watching and listening. I just assumed she was still asleep.
Well, now's your chance to redeem yourself. So if you have your message,
All right, wait a minute. There is no redeeming this.
Well,
what,
okay.
What did she say? That just keep what she say, Maiden?
She said, "You're in so much trouble. Keep that mouth running.
Keep that mouth running.
You better keep it running." She said, "You sleeping in the unmade garage tonight."
It'll be cool. Holy cow.
She didn't say that part.
No, I know, but she's probably thinking it. And is there a hotel here in Clanton?
There is.
Yeah, there's a couple.
There's a couple.
Yeah, okay, good. I got a place to stay tonight.
So, today is actually National Have a Coke Day.
National what?
Have a Coke Day.
that's why we have these out today.
Well,
So drink up.
we shall.
Drink.
There we go.
Well,
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Have a Coke Day.
Yeah. Do you know why it was created?
And why
didn't know
today
for mine.
have a Coke Day?
You got this part.
oh, well, actually, it's the anniversary for today, exactly. Back in 1886. John
That's when Coke was begun?
begun? Yeah, well,
Invented.
yeah, it was invented, by a
It
pharmacist. Yes, began by a pharmacist, John Pemberton.
Pemberton.
He first sold it at Jacob's Pharmacy in downtown Atlanta. And you want to guess what the price was?
Oh God, was it 2 cents, a nickel?
Oh, you're close. It was 5 cents.
Nickel.
Yeah.
5 cents.
Oh, you said nickel. Never mind. Yeah, you're right.
And it had cocaine in it.
Yes.
It did.
Yeah, it
That's
did.
where the coca of Coca-Cola
Right.
comes from.
Well, it was first used as a tonic for
Well,
ailments.
actually, hangover remedy.
Well, well,
Fatigue.
They called it a tonic,
Headaches.
but it was a hangover remedy because it had cocaine in it, which I think would probably get you over a hangover pretty quick.
I bet it would.
Yeah, people talked fast after they had a Coca-Cola back then. Well, you know, my grandmother and my grandfather, you know what they called Coca-Cola?
What's that?
Dope soda. They said, I think y'all want you kids want a dope soda? And I didn't know, of course, I didn't know when I was a little kid.
You're like,
back in the-
absolutely.
Yeah, well, I didn't know what a dope meant, you know. I didn't know they meant like dope, like
Right.
drugs.
Right.
But it was called dope sodas. And a lot of them had cocaine in them
Right.
until, I think, the teens.
I really like the glass bottle one. Is my favorite one.
I know, you
'Cause
know, the little
that's the
8
one
ounce,
made
the
with
little
real.
bitty ones
It
with the
just
thick
tastes
glass.
so much better.
Well, that one instead of like the artificial sugar and everything,
Yeah.
they use real pure sugar cane.
Those ones are from
Cane
Mexico,
sugar
correct?
instead
Yeah,
of-
the
instead
Mexican,
of the
the
high
Mexican,
fructose.
Yeah.
yes, the Mexican soda is.
Oh, they are
specifically-
so good.
Yes, it is.
Matter of fact, I had a Mexican soda for lunch yesterday, and it was tamarind.
We're back to lunch.
It was tamarind flavored. It was so good, and it was made with the. I'm supposed to drink diet because I'm diabetic, but I keep mine under control, so I splurge.
You can splurge, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, it was invented in 1886. When do you think the cocaine was removed?
I think about 1912.
1915.
1904.
Oh, okay, so I took it longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that's when the FDA started developing stuff and
Regulations.
regulating
Yeah.
what's put in things.
And that's why bread doesn't mold today.
Wow, what?
Bread does not mold.
Yeah, they started putting preservatives in them. Yeah.
Have y'all noticed that?
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I've bought a few bread that does mold a little, but it's usually that high grain, all that stuff. It may have less preservatives in it.
Yeah.
And my wife and I, now that we don't have kids, we can keep a loaf of bread for longer than we need to.
Yeah.
Right.
I've started buying those little half loaves because we try
And
not
that's
to.
enough.
Yeah.
That's enough for you?
Yeah.
So,
But you're right. That's there's so much and that's what's scary now. There's so much preservatives. There's so much processing in our foods
Right.
Yeah.
that they say that's the reason that our health in a lot of ways has gotten worse. Our longevity's a little better and all that, but we've got so many more disease problems and cancers. I wonder if that isn't part of the deal.
it probably has something
I would
to
think
do with
so,
it.
don't you?
Why would they not do that? That's my thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no doctor, but I know that, and of course, now you got to balance that out. Is it that there's more of it, or we're just better at detecting it now? But it just seems like there's,
It could be a little bit of both.
yeah, it's just scary how many some of this stuff, and we've got so many. Like now, I'm worried about all these microplastics in our
Right.
bodies, and I'm probably pretty lucky because when I was still a little kid developing, there wasn't that much plastic. It was still a lot of glass. Milks came in glass bottles and everything was more natural. And then only when I got into high school and college and beyond did I start seeing so much processed food and so much plastic. So I may be lucky that way, but oh my God, you think about somebody your guys' ages now, you've grown up with nothing but plastic and processed food.
And
It does make you
preservatives.
wonder what the future is going to be like
Right.
health-wise,
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, well, I do. That's funny when you look at all the history of some of these soft drinks we drink now. I know I was going through Waco, Texas, I guess back 20 years ago, and the original Dr. Pepper plant is out there where the guy
Really?
that developed Dr. Pepper. And I don't think his name was Pepper, Dr. Pepper, but he did the same thing. Dr. Pepper was originally a tonic, and it was made in Waco, Texas. I think it had cocaine and stuff in it, but it had all these different flavors in it, like 26 different flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what the basis for Dr. Pepper is? What the main base flavor is? I always thought it was prune juice, but it isn't. There's no prune juice in it.
I'm thinking. I don't know.
Cherry. It's basically based on a cherry flavoring with some of these
That
other
makes
things
sense.
in it.
That explains
Yeah.
why I don't like it.
You don't
Really?
like, you don't
Ah,
like Dr.
I like Dr.
love
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
You look like someone who liked Dr. Thunder.
Oh,
Is that the knockoff?
That's the
Yeah.
made by-
that's the knockoff
I don't know
version.
how to feel about that.
Wow.
Well, that's also, the knockoff of that is Mr. Pibb.
Yeah.
Coke.
Yeah.
I just like Coke.
That's
Well,
it?
So-
You don't do Sprite? You don't do
Yeah,
Mountain
I
Dew?
like-
You don't do...
Mountain Dew's okay. My parents just used to drink it all the time. So it's just,
You're just tired of it.
yeah. But I don't know. I went without sodas for a long time. And then I tasted a Dr. Pepper and I was like, oh, no,
I like Dr.
not my
Pepper.
thing anymore.
You know what's funny is when I was out at that plant, a buddy of mine and I were doing a tour through Texas, and we stopped and went to the museum, and they showed the original well where they got the water for the Dr. Pepper and all that talked about the thing. But they, at the time, this was again over 20 years ago, they gave us something at the end of the tour. They said you can only get right here in Waco, Texas, and the whole world. And it was delicious. And it was a Dr. Pepper milkshake. And the reason they say you could only get it there in the whole world was because at that time, Bluebell ice cream was not, you couldn't get it out of the state of Texas.
Yeah.
Bluebell ice cream, of course, Bluebell is, Texas is the Bluebell state. And Bluebell ice cream was strictly a product of Texas only. You had to go to Texas to get Bluebell ice cream.
Do you remember when this was?
Yeah, this is 25 years ago,
Okay.
30 years ago. Maybe.
yeah, I was not alive.
No, you weren't. Neither one of y'all were. So it's, what can I say?
The good days, right?
So I
good
don't
old
know about
days.
that. But they made that with not only the Bluebell ice cream you could only get in Texas, they made it with the only syrup. They still made the syrup for Dr. Pepper in Waco with the sugar instead cane sugar.
Yeah, the pure cane
instead
sugar.
of the high fructose
Yeah.
corn syrup. All the other Dr. Pepper plants made the high fructose corn
Right.
syrup, and they used the syrup from the cane syrup, Dr. Pepper syrup, and the Bluebell ice cream, and it was and it did taste a little like cherry. That's where I
Right.
could tell it was cherry based, but oh, that was the best milkshake. So I came home raving to everyone about this incredible thing, and it wasn't but about 2 years later that Bluebell ice cream left Texas and went everywhere. And there's this plant, Bluebell ice cream plant in Sylacauga. So I went on one morning on the radio station. I packed up my blender and took it up to the radio station with a gallon of Bluebell vanilla ice cream, and I begged the people at Buffalo Rock to give me a bag of their Dr. Pepper syrup, and they did. I drove them crazy, but
They're like, here, just get
but I
out of
gave
here.
them great publicity on the air, and all morning long, for anybody on the staff or anybody that came by, I'd make them a Dr. Pepper
Did
milkshake.
it taste the same?
Oh, yes, it did. I couldn't tell much difference between the high fructose corn syrup
And the
versus the cane sugar when it's in a milkshake, because you got all that sugar in
Right.
it anyway. There's no, but oh yes, it was good, and I still make one every now and then. And then I corrupted it and created a drink that is the Dr. Pepper milkshake with vodka in it, and I call it the Dr. Zhivago.
So you wanted
It's a white Russian made with Dr. Pepper syrup.
you wanted a good time. You were thinking about your
It's a
party
great
days.
time, and now all my friends demand Dr. Zhivagos in the summertime when they come to my house. I have to make sure I've got, but the problem is I can't get Dr. Pepper syrup anymore. For a while, Dr. Pepper made a topping for ice cream, and I bought that, and you can still buy it online, and it worked great. I tried taking cans of Dr. Pepper and boiling it down, simmering it down so to get it back to a syrup.
Yeah.
And that worked okay, but it seemed to get a little bitter. But anyway, it's, oh yeah, Dr. Zhivago's. My friends all love those now. Frozen
I'll have to try it, I guess.
milkshakes. Well, if you
I
don't
love
like it, you
ice
don't like
cream,
it.
So
Well, I'll tell you what you can do. Since you didn't love Dr. Pepper, you can take a Dr. Pepper and use that instead of milk or whatever liquid you want in a milkshake. Use the vanilla ice cream and then just use enough Dr. Pepper out of the can to make you a milkshake. And it is quite tasty because I've done that before.
It's not
too.
as strong.
It's not nearly as strong, so you might like that.
What's so funny?
No, it's just this whole conversation about soda.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, well, Mountain Dew. Do you know the beginnings of Mountain Dew?
Was it like moonshine or something?
Well, no, but it was close. These guys, I've forgotten where they were. I think they were in Tennessee, wanted to make a mixer for bourbon and whiskey. And so they created this drink, this liquid that they would mix with bourbon and whiskey for their drink. And they called it Mountain Dew. And then one of them ended up getting the idea to turn it into a soft drink, because at that time it didn't have carbonated. It was a liquid,
just a
with
liquid.
no carbonation.
Yeah.
It was more like a syrup.
Right.
And they ended up making it, carbonating it and turning it into Mountain Dew. And when I was a kid, Mountain Dew came out nationally in the 60s. And they were in glass bottles only. And they had this goofy hillbillies on the bottle. And the bottles were dark green. And Mountain Dew is that fluorescent green.
Yeah.
Do you know I drank Mountain Dew for years and never knew what color it was until one time my mom had a bottle of Mountain Dew in the refrigerator. She pulled it out and we were going to split it between me and my sisters. So she poured it into a glass. We weren't drinking out of the bottle. We poured it into a glass. None of us knew it was that bright fluorescent green. We thought it was clear because the green bottle hid the color.
Right.
But anyway, every bottle had the founder's grandchildren's name on them. Two names, like they'd have Betty Ann and Joey or something. And then another bottle might have, Barbara and so-and-so.
Yeah.
And that was all this guy's grandchildren.
That's kind of cool.
And their thing was, Yahoo! It's Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, that was an old. Yeah, isn't that neat though? All these soft drinks, a lot of them have some pretty cool history.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It is 8:17, 17 after 8 o'clock. What's the temperature outside? I don't have my phone.
Let's see.
Check out the outside temperature. It's going to be mild today. 62. It's still cool. I think the high today is 71 or 72. That's it. And it's going to get warmer. Like Mother's Day is going up, I think, to 82. But we do have a good chance we'll see some rain. It's like a 60% chance of rain Saturday and a 70 or 80% chance, I think, on Sunday. But it's typically, I think it's supposed to be Sunday night into Monday morning, and a good chance of rain on Monday. So it's going to be a pretty good Mother's Day, just could be rainy. We'll keep you up to date on that and more. Thank you for watching and listening. It's 8:18. We'll be right back with Morning Mayhem right here on Piper Peach Radio.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs, all conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
The plans you have for your property need the right equipment. Kubota has reliable tractors, utility vehicles, and mowers to help you make the most of your land, along with strong dealer support. Stop by today to explore our lineup. Right now, bring home select Kubota BX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $1,500. Now through February 28th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Get by Clanton Tractor today or visit ClantonTractor.com.
Need care fast? Come see us at Chilton Urgent Care, 1210 7th Street South in Clanton. We offer efficient care with minimal wait times and a wide array of services, including on-site x-rays, wound care, and quick assistance with urgent needs. Medicare and most private insurance and private pay welcome. No appointment needed. Walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 4. Call 205-280-0620. Chilton Urgent Care. Quality care when you need it. Looking to save some money and keep your vehicle running smooth? Head to McSweeney Auto Group for their oil change special, just $29.95. Mark your calendar for March 11th, 12th, and 13th, and again, March 26th, 27th, and 28th. And that's not all. This special will continue the 2nd and 4th weeks of April and May, giving you 3 full months of savings. Here's how it works. Take a quick test drive and receive your oil change voucher. It's that simple. Offer valid Tuesday through Thursday only. Excludes high performance and diesel oil changes.
It is 8:23, 23 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Friday morning. We're going into the weekend. It's going to be a good weekend, except it could be rainy, but we need the rain. I mentioned earlier this morning, I was thinking last night, looking out at how wet everything was, and the rain was coming down a little bit, little lightning and that kind of stuff. I said, man, thank God we got all this rain because we were in a drought. We're still in a drought. It's still bad. They were showing this morning the drought indices across the state of Alabama, and South Alabama is still in a severe drought. Now we've had flooding in areas. Yesterday the state house in Montgomery was flooded.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
I mean it was flooding, but it's still not enough.
Right.
Not nearly enough. So. Northern Alabama's looking much better.
Right.
Central Alabama, including Clanton and Chilton County, better, but still in a moderate drought. And then just south of us, Montgomery South especially, severe drought conditions, especially the eastern part.
How much rain did y'all get in Columbiana? I know where I live, we got like 4.5 inches.
I was gonna say we got 3 something, I think.
So
yeah.
I think Montgomery got like 5, maybe.
5 or 6, yeah.
It was a
and
lot.
it wasn't enough. It's not nearly.
That's
of course, you
crazy.
think about it. We went for 5 months with no significant
Yeah.
rainfall.
Yeah.
5 months. So you can't in 2 weeks, week and a half, you can't
Make
get
up
enough.
everything that happened.
Because a lot of it runs off.
Right.
When it happens all at once, it doesn't soak in enough. So it runs into the rivers and streams and then the rivers and then flows down to Mobile and boom, out to sea. So we need more soaking rains, that kind of stuff, you know.
My flowers were happy, so.
Mine were too. My pawpaw trees are looking good.
Yay!
Yay, my 2 pawpaw trees. One of them everyone told me, go ahead and pull it up or cut it down. It's dead. I said, it's not dead. They said, it's dead. Look at it. And it did look like a dead stick. But
and now it's back.
Well, that's
It's
kind of
back.
like the tree that Baden got us from the Botanical Gardens.
Is
It's
it still doing
blooming
well?
now.
Really?
Like, it's thriving.
You're going to show us?
Yeah.
What kind of tree is it?
I don't know. You have to ask him.
Oh,
does
come
he
on. You
know?
can't do the research
I
with
don't
it?
know if he knows. I think it was just free.
It
Just
was
like,
free.
oh, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Listen, it could be skunkweed, and if it's free,
Oh.
I'll take it. Let's see. Oh, look.
It's cute.
That is so. Look at that. What is this?
Yeah. See,
You don't know what it is?
But it's done that within like 2 days.
It is? I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Gotta
botanical.
put my goggles on.
I'm not a botanist. I have no idea.
I'll Google
But look how
search
good
it.
it's doing.
There we go.
Do you have to feed it or
Feed it.
like give it nutrients or anything?
That is so cool. Look at that.
It looks so cute.
Well, we
Get
got
it
a
up.
new
There we
prop
go.
now.
Yeah, our little.
I don't know. It's green, so it's developed. It's going into the
It's doing
background.
Pretty good.
Hey, Jarvis, how are you, bud?
Yes, his name's Jarvis.
Jarvis the tree.
Look at us.
Jarvis trees.
That's your idea.
You know, I think there's an app, I may have it, that you can take a picture of the leaves and it'll tell you what it is. So we'll do that when we get off this morning. Well, you know,
That's
pretty soon you're going to
crazy.
need to put it in some dirt. And if it's a tree, you might want to put it in a big pot.
There we go.
I'll give you $20 if you drink the root water.
I mean, that's lunch right
20
there.
bucks?
Or gas,
You know,
depending on what
20
you
bucks.
have. There we go.
That'll get me almost a gallon of gas
But you know,
or
God, how much?
100 tacos at Taco
There we go.
Casa.
How much Taco Casa could you get with that?
20 bucks to get you pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah, because they're real reasonable. You going to take a picture of it?
Yeah, let's see what it is.
Oh, have you got that app or you're just going to chat GPT it or
It
something?
says it resembles a red mulberry starter plant.
Red mulberry.
I like the name Jarvis better than
Yeah,
Red
well-
Mulberry.
A red mulberry tree.
Well, it's Jarvis the red mulberry.
There we go.
Jarvis the red mulberry had some little greeny leaves.
Good job.
Thank you.
You killed it. Not the plant though.
No. There you go.
There we go. That looks better.
So I can't
Perfect.
see it.
Excellent.
That's so exciting. I just love seeing plants bloom and stuff like that.
Well,
It
that's
makes-
like my pawpaw trees. I was so happy to see it come back alive because we planted it and then we had that first drought.
Yeah.
And I kept watering a little bit, but I had to go out of town for a week during that heat of summer, and it cooked them pretty bad. And they dropped their leaves, and I thought, oh my God, I think it's dead. And so all winter long, it looked just two little pitiful little sticks sticking out of the ground. And I have these protectors, those wire things, so nobody will run over it with the lawnmower. And everybody told me this spring, go ahead and look at it. It's a dead stick. Well, I went over to one of them looked like it could survive. My phone's ringing.
I hear it.
I know. I don't think it's Mary.
That would be so funny if it was.
I wish it was.
If it's Mary, I answer it. I don't have no idea who that is. Bye-bye. So,
They want to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to them. I'm working. So anyway, I went over to the stick, and I just bent it a little bit.
Right.
And if it had snapped, then you know it's dead.
Yeah.
But it was real flexible.
So you
Just
left
get
it.
water.
There
And
you
it
go.
was still kind of green. So I watered and watered. as I kept watering it, nothing happened to one of them. The other one started putting out little leaves like this,
Yeah.
and we knew it was okay. But the other ones, and I had my friend Croc, Rick Reynolds, Croc.
Croc.
Everybody calls him Croc. He's from Australia, and so everybody, he's Crocodile Dundee, but everybody
Australia.
calls him Croc. And he talks like this. Anyway, Croc said, "It's dead as a doornail. Cut that, dig it up, cut it down, you idiot. That's dead. Look at it." I said, "I have faith. It's going to come back." "It's dead, you know, you." I think he called me what did he call me?
Something in Australia.
Yeah, a demented ferret. "You demented ferret? You So anyway, so I'm a demented ferret.
I'm gonna use that one.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. He said, "You demented," and he also calls me "Answer the phone, you pelican." Anyway, so he said, "Cut it down, cut it down." And I said, "No, I'm going to give it a chance." He said, "It's dead. Look at it." And sure enough, it looked dead for another 2 weeks. But I called my buddy that gave me the plants, David Ivy, down in Perry County, Marion, and this guy grows everything. He's got a green. So he came by one Sunday afternoon after church and looked at it and said, "Nah, it's not dead. Give it a little more time. Water it good." And it did. It
And
came
there we
back.
go.
And now it's looking really good. It's starting to look great. And pawpaws are an unusual, I guess they're a fruit. They're natural to the area. They're a mushy fruit. When they're ripe, they're kind of like, maybe like an avocado, that kind of soft, mushy.
Right.
But it's a wonderful flavor. It's a cross between a strawberry or a banana and a mango. And the problem is you can't grow them commercially because when they ripen, you have to eat them like within a day or two. Once they got to ripen on the vine, when they fall off or you pick them, you got to put them in the refrigerator really for a day or two and let them kind of ripe, but they got to do it cool, ripen up, and then you got to eat them. They can't be transported. Most people make jelly out of them.
Really?
Yeah. And because pawpaws are delicious, but they're just not commercial. You can't support. So I've got two going. And the reason, I think I've told this before on the air, but the reason I wanted the two pawpaw trees is kind of a evil, demented tribute to my great-great-grandfather, because he was a murdering psychopath. His name was Bad Jim Vance. And Bad Jim Vance, who was my grandfather's grandfather, murdered 3 guys by tying them to, and they were kids too, by the way.
Right?
He was the co-head of the Hatfield clan for the Hatfield-McCoy feud. And he and Randall Hatfield, who was Devil Anse Hatfield's son, were out hunting and caught 3 McCoys, aged like 14, 15, and 17, hunting, drug them back to this pawpaw tree, tied them to it, and murdered them, blasted them, killed them, murdered them right there, these kids. So it's a horrible story. So that's why I want the 2 pawpaw trees, because that pays tribute to my psychopathic, murdering great-great-grandfather.
Tribute.
Yeah. It memorializes the...
I mean, that's a whole movie in itself, right there.
Well, you know,
you just made the headline for like a script.
They did that movie. It was it had Kevin Costner in it. I've forgotten who played Bad Jim Vance, my great-great-grandfather, big actor. I forgot which name, but he was, it was a big, it was that big special they aired about 5 years ago. And Bad Jim Vance, my great-great-grandfather, was horrible.
How big does a pawpaw tree get?
It's a tree.
Like a normal tree?
Yeah, but it's not a fat trunked tree it's more like a dogwood tree. It doesn't get real fat trunky. It gets tall but it's leafy, and it's kind of it's maybe more like a crepe myrtle.
Okay.
It kind of stays a little bit like a tree, but it's a bushy tree.
Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking it's like a tree that's like this big. It just stays that big.
No,
This
they
big.
get
This big. That's not, Jarvis is bigger than that.
Yeah.
So that's why when you're saying they tied them to it, I'm
Oh
like,
no, they can be big trees.
Yeah. They tied his hand to the tree, and that's all it
They
was.
tied like to Jarvis. They tied their finger to it. I don't know why they didn't just run off, but they didn't. They shot him, murdered him right there by the big. Let's see the big this Tug River by off the Big Sandy or something. Anyway, I've actually get this. I've seen the tree they were tied to because it
Really?
still exists. You know, they killed him in like
This story just keeps getting more interesting.
1890 something or 1889 or it was like 15 years after the Civil War,
Right.
maybe 1870 something. But anyway, they that tree apparently still exists because we saw it. I went up to see my ancestors' home stuff in West Virginia, near Logan, West Virginia, and I saw where Bad Jim Vance's cabin had stood, and I went to Devil Anse Hatfield's grave, which is this Italian statue that he was rich, you know, and I saw the pawpaw tree by the river where they supposedly murdered these boys.
The pawpaw tree.
I went up and touched it. I said, pawpaw
And now
tree.
you're haunted forever.
Well, I feel bad. I mean, you know, this is history, so it's not like I have to feel ashamed of my roots because I had nothing to do with it.
Right.
It's my mother's great-grandfather, my great-great-grandfather, my grandfather's grandfather. Yeah. So anyway, it's yeah, I mean, the guy had mental illness. He was just a mean, sick person, and who knows how he got that way. I mean, he was even old when the Civil War. I don't think he was in the Civil War, but I don't think he fought for the Confederate. And that's a lot of people don't realize that was one of the real reasons there was so much hatred between the Hatfields and the McCoys. The Hatfields were basically Confederates, and most of the McCoys were the Northerners, fought for the Union. And they were right there together, intermingled. They were all intermarried. They were family, but most of the McCoys were in Kentucky, and almost all the Hatfields were in West Virginia. And it became a war between those two states. The militia of West Virginia would make raids into Kentucky, just like it was a war, and capture, murder, whatever, and come back, and then militia from Kentucky would come into West Virginia and kidnap people. I mean, it was amazing. And it literally got to the point where both governors of the state had to step. That's what stopped the Hatfield-McCoy feud, was really the governors of both states having to send the militia in there and burying the hatchet, you know, stopping it. It was like a war between those two states.
Right.
It's neat. But I feel bad about the poor little McCoy guys. But
Right.
I got my pawpaw tree coming.
That's all he's worried about.
I'll be having me some pawpaws and thinking, poor McCoy.
It's so good.
So tasty. And my friend David Ivey came up with something I'd never heard of, and I'm definitely going to have in a couple of years when this thing starts. You have to have 2 pawpaw trees because they don't self-pollinate, so you got to have at least 2 so they'll pollinate each other. But he made pawpaw ice cream and said it was one of the best things he ever put in his mouth. Homemade pawpaw ice cream.
That does sound good.
Picking up pawpaws, put them in your pocket, save them for a rainy day. Y'all never heard that? Too young. 8:38 is our time, 22 minutes away from 9 o'clock. We'll be right back. Stay with us here on Piper Peach Radio's Morning Mayhem.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you, whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss. Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience. Need reliable towing or diesel repair? Mayhem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust Mayhem's Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
The plans you have for your property need the right equipment. Kubota has reliable tractors, utility vehicles, and mowers to help you make the most of your land, along with strong dealer support. Stop by today to explore our lineup. Right now, bring home select Kubota BX Series with 0% financing available, or save up to $1,500. Now through February 28th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Get by Clanton Tractor today or visit ClantonTractor.com.
We are back. It's 8:44. It's about 16 minutes away from 9 o'clock. We're glad to be with you. Dollar Bill, I've got to tell you, you guys, I know y'all do this stuff all the time, but I really appreciate y'all letting me be with you. Chrissy and Jalen here this morning. Thank y'all for letting me be with you. Now, Jalen, you want to go into sports. What sports are your favorite sports?
Oh, I'd say.
Do you play sports any?
I used to. I played baseball in high school.
What'd you play?
What position I played?
Yeah.
Usually outfield or second base.
Yeah, I was an
third
outfielder.
base. So
yeah, that's I wasn't a good one, but I was an outfielder. I was, I tell people I played a little football, a lot of baseball. I played the problem is with baseball, I didn't have a really good arm. I couldn't bat very well, but I made up for it by being really slow. So I wasn't a very good player. I played, they say, what'd you play? I said, out. Outfield? I said, no, just out. Just,
Yeah, I played.
I love baseball.
You played left bench.
I did. Left bench.
You kept it warm.
Did a great job of that. And so you played a lot of baseball.
Yes,
That's
sir.
good.
Yes, sir. So
Now,
I'd
what
say-
sports do you like to watch?
Well, it would be baseball. I would say my main two sports is baseball and basketball.
Excellent. Really?
Yes, sir.
I feel like
Not
basketball's
football.
fun.
In the
No.
South, it's rare.
Yeah, I know. That is very rare, but I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't really have a fandom about football.
You're going to have to change that, when you
Yeah.
go to Alabama.
Yeah, just gotta be. I know
The culture.
the
You're going
culture.
to have to get in the culture. But you know what? I'm going to tell you this, Jalen, now. College football has always been one of my favorites because it had spirit.
Right.
Now it's NFL light. I mean, it's NFL junior. And since the NIL and all that, I've lost a lot of my enthusiasm because nobody plays for the. Used to be kids would grow up wanting to play for their team. All my life, you want to play for Auburn, you want to play for Alabama, you want to play for Jack State, you want to play for Georgia Tech, whatever.
Whoever, yes.
But it was the team because you grew up a fan of the team and you wanted to play for that team
Or that coach,
or that coach. And now it's all about the position and the money. And the money's ruined it.
Right.
Because now, the portal, there's no loyalty anymore. And that took a lot for me out of the game. I don't know why, because I've never been a huge NFL fan. Of course, I lived in this area all my life. So growing up, all we had was the hapless Falcons and the pathetic Saints. That's all we had when I was growing up. And they were both horrible. And then you ended up having Miami, which the Dolphins were good enough back in the late 70s and took a lot of Alabama and Auburn players that gave me a little something. Then when the Titans came in,
Right.
I really was a Titans fan for a little while. Then back in the 80s and 90s, America's team, I was kind of a Cowboys fan just because they called themselves
The
America's
America's
team.
team.
And they were fun to watch. And for some reason that has no basis in reasoning, I hate the Steelers. I don't know why. I have no reason to dislike them at all, but I don't like them, and the Pirates I don't love.
Where did that start from?
I don't know.
It just don't like you.
I think it's because back in the late 70s and early 80s, I was becoming a Cowboys fan, and the Cowboys hated the Steelers.
Right.
And
So it was
and the
already built
Pirates.
in.
So, yeah, I mean, the Pittsburgh. So, yeah. I think that may be what it was. I don't know. I have no reason, just like I hate the Oregon Ducks in college football for no reason other than I don't know why.
Right.
I just don't like them.
I think for me, for baseball, I grew up watching the Yankees.
Yankees.
Because, growing up, they would come on around 6 o'clock, so right around dinner time.
Yeah.
But in West Coast games, they would start at 9 p.m., 10 o'clock at night.
know.
So I would already be in bed. So I didn't watch them. But the Yankees were always be on. So I remember with my grandfather, we just watched the Yankees. So that built in.
And you were
a
never a Braves fan particularly?
I wasn't, no. And then as I've gotten older and I'm able to find other teams that I enjoy. So I've liked the Yankees, and then I also like the Padres in San Diego.
Do you really?
So
My buddy, I have a friend, Eli Gold, who's a phenomenal sports announcer. He was he grew up in Brooklyn.
Really?
Brooklyn. Yeah, that was his home, Brooklyn, New York. He actually was one of the early guys that ran the tape machine for Howard Cosell. But anyway, he was a Cubbies fan. He loved
Really?
the Cubs. Yeah, he was a big Cubbies fan.
Yeah.
And but I baseball, I was never. It's weird. I was never a Braves fan. For no reason. I don't know.
yeah, that was the same for me. I don't know what the relation is. I think it's my grandmother's brother. He used to play in the big leagues.
Really?
And so we would always I wasn't by then when I was growing up. He would have already retired, but being with baseball, just I was just grown into
Right.
growing up in baseball. So that's where it all started.
That's neat. I had a good friend that he was our pitcher at Alabama, Drew Blocker. He was 6'6.5", tall guy, had an amazing, blazing fastball. He had a little bit of a slider and a little bit of a curve, but his
fastball, his bread and butter.
fastball was amazing. And when he was also our pitcher at Marion Institute, that's where I met him. In high school, senior year, and then 2 years of junior college. And he went to Alabama and was the pitcher. Well, when we were at Marion, he'd ask me, he'd say, I need to go out and throw some. Would you catch for me? I said, sure. So I'd get my glove, and I'd go out there, and I'd get down, and he'd throw his first pitch, and I'd say, hang on just a second. He'd say, what? And I'd say, I'll be right back. And I'd go in the house, and I'd get a T-shirt and fold it up and try to put it up in my glove, because that thing, when he hit my glove, it was like hitting me with
Oh, so yeah. I mean, you're catching in the palm, but you gotta hit that in the
90 mile
pocket,
an
though.
hour.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a catcher's mitt. I was catching
Oh,
with
just a regular glove. Yeah.
you know. Oh, my God. He'd throw a couple more fast. Hang on just a second. I go back in and find something thicker, like two pairs of socks. And
Yeah,
it
it's-
ended up with my glove where the cup should have been where the catchy, you know, the hole is. It was like stuck way out.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to pad the head.
And then you took it off and it's
I
red.
would get down in my position to catch, and he'd throw it, and it'd knock me over. I'd fall over backwards. Could not. He was amazing.
Right.
And anyway, the Cardinals got him, and he went up to the Cardinals, but he had a confidence problem. Self-confidence, and he got panicky, and the pressure got to him, and he bailed out on him.
Right. Those are called the yips.
Yep, the yips. And he came home and went to pharmacy school and had a great career as a pharmacist.
Right.
And he's now living in Arizona and riding around on a motorcycle at age 73, enjoying life.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, he lived a good life, but baseball's an amazing game. Now, I do like watching watching the Barons, Birmingham Barons. I go to some of their games. You know, they're still fun. They're they double A?
Yes, they're
Double A. And so it's fun. I've gotten to throw out. I watched them when Michael Jordan was playing for them a little bit. Yeah. So
I haven't really ever watched the Barons. Whenever we go out to watch those games, we go watch the Biscuits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. You know what I've never seen, and I'm dying to see, is the Bananas.
Really? Yeah.
I'm dying to go to.
Bananas.
I got a friend that follows them everywhere, and that is some of the most entertaining. It's not really baseball, but it is so entertaining.
From what I heard and from what I've seen, it is.
Oh yeah,
very
I mean these
entertaining.
guys have tricks and
Yep.
routines, and they're like the Harlem
Globetrotters,
Globetrotters
yep.
of basketball. They're more entertainment than they
Right.
are actual play, but they're very talented
Right.
and they're good players. I mean, anybody that can catch a pop-up fly by doing a backflip and then
Yeah.
catching it.
A lot of them are college athletes
Yeah.
who just didn't get drafted. So
Right,
they
exactly.
Just
And they're very
play
good
for them.
players.
So
But they're also characters, and they like
Yeah, absolutely.
they like putting on a show.
I think it's very hard to get tickets.
it is very hard.
Yeah,
They-
you have to go and you put your email in and then they shuffle them or something.
Yeah, it's like a
and then they just,
lottery.
pick.
Right?
Yeah.
It is like winning a lottery ticket is getting a Savannah Bananas.
And now there's a couple others that are trying to compete with the Bananas. You know, they're
Yeah, well,
doing-
it's like a whole league. I know they
What's
have
the other one?
the party animals.
Yeah, that's
they
what
have the chili peppers.
that's right.
So
exactly.
my brother has a chili peppers jersey.
Does
so-
he really? I love it.
So do they all do the same thing?
Yes.
Yeah, you know they got the guy that's on the stilts.
Yep.
And he's
Yeah.
12 feet high.
Yep.
I just love that stuff, and that's the thing I did like about one of the things I really liked about Double A with the Barons. They try to do some really entertaining, crazy things between innings, and then after the seventh inning stretch and all to make it more entertaining, because let's face it, baseball can drag on.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to run the Barons baseball games when I worked at ERC back in the 70s, and I was a disc jockey playing rock and roll music, but the Barons game would come on, and when it did, we'd stop playing music and just air the game. But you had to sit there the entire game and play the commercial breaks and the ID breaks. You know, they'd say, "We'll take a break. We'll be right back." And you'd hit the thing that said, "You're listening to Birmingham Barons baseball on 96 ERC."
Yep.
And then you'd play commercials and go back to the game.
Right.
Well, one night I remember I went on at 6. I played 1 hour of music, and the game started at 7. And I went on till I was 6 to midnight.
Oh my goodness.
At midnight,
Yeah.
they were still playing.
Yeah.
So, because they were in extra innings. So I left at 12:15 to go eat some dinner or something, or go drinking or something. You know, I was
go drinking.
20-something years old,
Yeah.
off at midnight. I'm going to play. I went somewhere, met some friends, and we had dinner or something and probably drank a few drinks or whatever. And so I'm going home, and it's like 2 in the morning. The game is still
Oh
on.
my goodness.
It was one of the record things. That game went extra innings from like 7 o'clock to 2 in the morning, and they finally called it because that was nobody was left in the stands. You know, it was just
Right, it was just them.
yeah, it was amazing. But that's that's a long time to listen to a baseball
Yeah.
game that's
Or be
stays
there.
tied up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just. Come on, that can't be interesting.
They're
and the
sleeping in
poor
the stands.
announcers, they're just trying to come up with something to talk about. They're going crazy trying to come up with things to say. And I think when I was listening on the way home, you could tell they were just burnt out and tired. They were doing a good job and trying hard. But I mean, come on. They've been
Right.
talking
Yeah.
nonstop since 6 p.m. and it was 2 in the morning.
Right.
And it's the same old, and no audience.
Yeah, I mean
They
that's an
need-
anomaly.
They needed a nap.
They needed it to be over.
Or-
They needed
or
it- they
a
needed
nap,
it-
a
it
nap,
needed
a
to be
drink,
done.
anything.
And it was so sad because they don't put fake crowd noise in those
Right.
Barons games. So when you're first listening, and even a Barons game on a good night, there may be 2,000 people in there, maybe 1,800 people. Well, even that crowd doesn't sound like a huge crowd. When they hit a great, you hear the of the bat, and then you hear, the crowd going wild, but it's just
Right, just not many people
at
there.
2 in the morning. It was,
Crickets.
I mean, nobody's watching except.
Right. I mean they're all asleep.
Oh yeah, but I mean,
except for the
can you
announcers.
imagine? So anyway, that's funny, but yeah, I hope you do well. So
Oh, thank you, sir.
you want to do analysis
Yes.
and maybe color.
Yeah, but
So-
more so the analysis part
What
of
does
it.
that exactly mean? Because I have no idea.
In terms of analysis?
Yes, like what would you be doing?
More so like this and sort of
The
like
guy
a studio.
when you watch sports at night and they go, now let's go see
Okay, yeah.
so and so at sports, and he just talks about everything
Yeah.
that's happened that day, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
either
that's
me
it.
or me with a couple other
and
people.
ESPN and
So-
all these guys, they've all got analysis that talk about either specifics or general
Yeah.
sports.
But there's so many in this day and age, there's so many new startup media companies that
God,
there's a
yes.
lot of opportunities out there.
and there's so many sports.
Right, it doesn't have to be like now. Back far, you can attest to this. You had to be at ESPN, really, but
Yeah,
now or
really, well-
NBC. But now there's so many different
in my
places.
day, you had 3 networks basically.
Right.
ABC, NBC, CBS.
Right.
That was it for national. Then you got CNN and some of those, and they would do news and sports.
Right.
And now, of course, ESPN blew everybody away when it
Yeah.
came to sports only.
Right.
And now you've got so many niche.
There's so many more. I know Peyton Manning. He has his own Omaha Productions.
He and his brother.
Yep. That's a whole new
Eli
area.
Payton, yeah.
Mhm, so
And they do a great job because they run a parallel for a lot of these games.
absolutely.
They're
Yep.
they're covering the same game as a network.
Yeah.
But it's
them two and a guest.
and it's very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how they get the licensing for stuff. I guess that's
Well, I think they're partnered with ESPN.
must be because they would not be able to do it otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. But I guess ESPN's smart because they're getting both of them.
Right.
I mean, it's not watering anything down. It's just bringing in more people, especially if
Absolutely.
you got fans that really love the Eli and Peyton show. you
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. Well, I think you're going to, be great. Now, I think I have, they're talking about back in my day when they were talking about the up and coming thing to get into, it was computers and then now it's AI.
Yep.
In sports, I'm going to give you a tip on what I think you need to really specialize in to hit it big in the next couple of years. You ready?
I am.
Pickleball.
We
You
talked
know.
we talked a lot of stuff about today, and I was not expecting pickleball. Pickleball.
Have you seen
I have-
the growth of pickleball?
I have,
And
yeah.
now they're getting ready to start a national pickleball.
I did not know that. No.
Yes, there's going to be professional pickleball. They said I read a thing that said that right now, most communities all across the nation, one of their biggest growth that they're trying to build for on all
pickleball.
their parks and all is putting in pickleball
Yeah,
courts.
every park that I go to now, I see
Yeah.
pickleball.
Pickleball.
But it's not. It's never empty. There's
Well, that's because there's not
Right.
enough of them, and the popularity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The popularity has skyrocketed faster than the development.
Well,
Right.
we have, I think, 4 here.
yeah. We have pickleball.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I know Calera has a bunch.
That's going to, everybody says that with the aging population. In other words, you know, guys, I'm a baby boomer guy. So many people now are 50 plus, you know, or 60 plus.
Right.
And as they need a sport, and they typically can really relate to pickleball because many 30 to 60-year-olds are playing pickleball
Right.
now. It's an older person's
Maybe
sport.
that's why I want to start playing it, because it's
Well-
an older person.
Well, the thing is, it's that always bills lower because golf used to be, nobody played golf in the 20s, 30s, and 40s until they were really in their 30s and 40s and 50s because golf took so long and was kind of expensive. Only rich people and retirees could play golf.
Right.
Poor people couldn't afford it. Working people couldn't do it unless they just went out one day a week on Saturday or Sunday or something. Well, more and more younger people started playing golf. Then they started putting it in programs in college and high school. Then it became universal.
Right.
And that's what's happening that's
Pickleball.
what happened with what's going to happen with pickleball.
That's crazy.
So there you go. You need to be a
There we go.
pickleball
I gotta be a
specialist.
pickleball
When they start
expert
doing
now.
the pickleball channel, you can be the initial pickleball analysis.
There we go.
There you go. All right, it's 9:00. We got to go. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you guys for letting me sit with y'all.
Absolutely.
Hope you have a great weekend. It's Drink a Coke Day, so go find
Drink
yourself
one.
a Coke beverage you like. Of course, in the South, you know, we call everything Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's Pepsi, if it's Mountain Dew, we say, I'll have a Coke. Or what kind of Coke you want? Mountain Dew. What kind of Coke you want? Sprite. So, you know, it's whatever. But it's have a Coke Day. And then, of course, Mother's Day weekend.
Don't forget.
Don't forget,
Do
guys.
something nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, take care of your mama. It's 9:02. Y'all have a good weekend.
Bye.
I'll be back
Bye-bye.
with you Monday.
Me too,
That's right.
I think.
Bye-bye.